I can't believe I just celebrated more than one goal. Pinch me, somebody, pinch me. Arsenal win 3-0 against Fulham at the Emirates. We saw a lot of changes today. We saw a different team set up. And for goodness sake, we had our striker score. You don't want to miss this one. It's going to be a great match reaction for all the right reasons because we win. We are now 6 points clear. But if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment down below. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. Because I'm always uploading, man. Always doing watch-alongs, match predictions, match reactions, so you don't want to miss it. Arsenal win 3-0. What are some of the takeaways? I'll tell you what the first takeaway is. You feed our striker and he will get goals, my son. Saka, assist. Trossard, assist. These two boys have been selfish all season. But today, we saw a different type of mentality. And they were putting balls in the box. And guess what? Your striker, he walks away with 2 goals and 1 assist. Is he my man of the match? No, he's not. My man of the match is, it might surprise you, Ricardo Calafiori. This guy, this is what annoys me about him. He's always injured and we don't get to see this type of performance. Because he's great attacking. Defending, he played really, really well today. And I think that left side was controlled. You know, we see Calafiori, he went onto the right side to support Saka as a left back, passed it to Saliba, who gave a nice ball in and could have been a goal for Gabriel. That would have been 3 defenders contributing to the goal. But it's just unfortunate he's always injured. And I do know that Kincapié defensively is better than Calafiori. I will admit that. I'm not going to take that away. And Calafiori coming into this game, I was quite surprised. I did think it would be Kincapié lining up because of Calafiori's absence. But Calafiori showed up. Ben White, I feel like he had a good game. Not the best. There was a few hiccups here and there. But in the first half, the interceptions, the ball's playing through. The first half, the football, it was flowing. You know, we look at the first 2-3 minutes, we were penetrating that Fulham defence. That Fulham defence could not handle the Arsenal attack. Timothy Castagne and Robinson on the left and right, they were struggling against Saka. They were struggling against Trossard. I can't believe I'm complimenting Trossard, but Trossard had a great game today. He was making the right passes. He crossed in at the right time. He's looking for his striker, and that's why he's walking away with an assist. This game is a much-needed win, you know, for the right reasons, which is, of course, you want that 6-point gap over City now, even though they've got 2 games to play. They've got Everton on Monday. But that goal difference, you need to keep bringing it up. So 3 goals, I feel like, is a very comfortable, very satisfying win. And we've seen a lot of positives. I had this game at 1-0, I'll be honest, and rightfully so. In 8 games, we scored 6 goals. And the 6 goals were spread out between the 8 games, apart from the ones we lost. So I think for my reason, I think I'm valid. So I don't feel like anyone could come for me in the comments. Miles Lewis-Skelly lining up in midfield. A left foot player playing on the left side. Not a bad game at all, son. I think we might need to see more of that for the closing of the season. Maybe he could be lining up in the Champions League game. But Miles Lewis-Skelly, you know, he had a few little mishaps here and there, but nothing that was alarming. He was quite composed in midfield. And we do know that in the academy, that was his natural position, that midfield role. And he played it really, really well today. I felt like him on the left, passing to the left side, is obviously he's more confident as he's a lefty compared to Declan Rice passing from right foot to the left side. I know it sounds really, really stupid, but just think about the Granit Xhaka days. When he used to feed in Martinelli on that left side with the left foot between the defenders, Martinelli managed 14 goals. When Xhaka left, Martinelli's goals did dry up. I must say that. I'm not saying he's going to be the next Granit Xhaka, but it was nice to see that Arteta's finally trying something different. I do feel like Norgard is slightly better than Miles Lewis-Skelly because of the experience. Miles Lewis-Skelly is still young. But Miles Lewis-Skelly had a really, really good game today. Eberechi Eza, same thing as well. You know, he was bringing the ball forward really, really quick. And, you know, he was doing his turns. He was getting out of small, tight spaces. And I think the first half, Fulham tried to bully Arsenal. We saw a lot of fouls. But thankfully, Arsenal stayed composed, mentally strong, and they actually controlled the game. The second half was a bit flat, but I think Arsenal, they didn't want to force anything, force mistakes. they were just sitting back because they scored 3 in the first half. I mean, when was the last time we've seen Arsenal score 3 in the first half? Gyökeres as well, great for his confidence. I did want him to get a hat-trick today. I would have put him a man of the match if he got the hat-trick. I feel like I'm being a bit harsh not giving my man the match, but I feel like Calafiori, considering everything that he's been going through, injury-wise, came in and had a brilliant game. Mr. Bukayo Saka, he loves playing against Fulham. 4 games against Fulham, 4 goals. I had him as my goal scorer today because of that. And he had a good game in the first half. He came off of Madueke. You could see the dip in quality. Madueke, again, running into players. Bad touches. But I think we all know why there was a lot of changes made. And why players are being rested. It's because of our Champions League clash against Atletico Madrid. That is a game we definitely need to win. But overall, I feel like Arsenal played really, really well. I feel like this title's going to go down to the wire. It already has. But Arsenal's schedule is much easier than Man City's. Man City's schedule, they've got Villa, they've got Bournemouth, and these are all, well, most of them are all away games. For us, I feel like our test is going to be West Ham away. They did lose against Brentford. It was a very, very, a big landslide, 3-0, just like we did to Fulham. But I still feel like West Ham is our bogey team, so we definitely need to make sure we turn up. We, again, like I said, we need to wait for Man City to mess up. Could they mess up on Monday against Everton? As an Arsenal fan base, if you're a fan base of Man United and you don't want Man City to win, we need them to lose. If they draw, it's still a great result for us. But this title, we can make it ours. You know, the clench, holding the trophy, the strength, the clench, it's a bit looser than what it was a month ago because of all the points we've dropped. But our hands are not off the trophy just yet. We still can't go down without winning the war. We need to win the war, is what I'm trying to tell you. We have to take it game by game. I think game by game is the way forward. I think Arteta's probably learned a lot from this game. I think the players have learned a lot. We as fans, we've seen a difference. When you chop and change and make the substitutions at the right time, it works really well. The question I asked myself in this game was, would we have won in the same fashion with Martin Odegaard in that Eze role? And my answer is no. I don't feel like we would have won today the way we did. We could have won by probably 1-0. But I don't feel like if we had Odegaard starting, we would have won. Purely for the fact because he doesn't take risks. With Eze, he's taking risks. Maslow Skelly, he was linking up with the midfield very, 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 very well. He was linking up with the forward players very, very well. Trying to win some aerial battles as well. I don't feel like we get that from Martin Odegaard. When's the last time we seen Martin Odegaard win an aerial battle? And I feel like Miles Lewis Skelly shorter than him. Saka on the right, thrived with Ben White's and his link up. Ben White at the time was giving some silly passes away. Got cooked once by Chukwueze, but I mean, it just shows. Eze, he's class. Eze, he's the number 10 going forward this season. And I don't feel like we would have done the same with Martin Odegaard, I'll be honest. You know, if you disagree, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But I feel like we would not have won. I feel like Miles Lewis Skelly starting at that midfield over Zubimendi as well was a great, great change. I mean, I'm just looking at his stats here. Jules 1, 7. Ranked first in the team. Passing accuracy, 96.9%. First in the team. Successful passes, 63. Ranking 2nd. So that's a great debut midfield this season. He's only had 3 starts. Took his opportunity, played really well. We saw the introduction of Max Dowman. Max Dowman, he's a kid. He's trying to get, a bit of limelight. But he needs to release the ball quicker, man. When he's on the ball and he holds it for too long and he's surrounded by 2-3 defenders, I'll become very fearful. You don't want a young kid getting injured at this point of the season, especially when the season's about to finish. Release the ball, Max Dowman. You're 15. Save your legs. Please save your legs. Save your ankles. But yeah, what a victory, man. This is a much needed win. What does this mean for Arsenal? It means we're a step closer to the Premier League. Of course, we still got Man City breathing on our necks. I'm not going to say we've won the war yet. We need to win the war. Is what I'm trying to say. We're winning the small battles, but we need to win the war. Thank you very much for listening. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. If you like the video, make sure you like it. And also comment down below. Should Miles Lewis-Skelly be the starting midfielder against Atletico Madrid on Tuesday? Till next time.